Hey, what's up, witches? Thanks so much for joining me here on another weekly tarot video for your love area. If you're new here, thank you so much for joining me. Be sure to like, hit, and subscribe. Get your energies up in here with me so that way we can keep giving you the most accurate readings. And keep in mind that these readings may not resonate for all of you. That's totally normal. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Be sure to also check out your, not just your sun sign, but also your rising sign, your moon sign, and your Venus sign. There tends to be a lot of messages in our more prominent signs that may resonate. I wanted to flip right. Well, I'm going to do it. I'm going to flip. What do we got for you? Yeah, Gemini, you want to get right to the point. No bullshit for you. Yeah, no bullshit for you. You definitely are like, where are we going? What are we doing? Are we doing this or aren't we? Because you're feeling like there's been a lot of mixed signals in the past. You're feeling like someone's been working really hard, but they're not necessarily looking at the opportunity that's truly there with you. And that's putting you in a position of being on your head about things. You don't want to feel like the prosperity, the bounty, and the opportunity is being missed. And in the past, someone here, could be you, could be them, isn't paying attention or seeing the situation for what it is. They're working really hard on their relationship with you or you with them, but they're kind of missing the point a little. They're being a little immature in where they're not fully seeing the opportunity for what it is. In your current energies, we get the Seven of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Ace of Swords upright, or excuse me, reversed. So I feel like someone's lying. Someone's lying. Someone isn't being the truth or telling the truth, being truthful. I don't feel like it's you. I feel like you're like, you know, what's up, yo? Like, are we in a relationship? Are we not? I feel like someone's probably playing games. Someone's trying to take advantage of you. Someone's trying to take advantage of you. And I feel like that's been at work in this situation, and that's not sitting right with you. And I feel like even though you may not know the full truth or what's really going on, you feel it because you're basically asking, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck are we doing? So you feel something's off, even though maybe you're at this point in time, you can't put your finger on it. But something isn't sitting right with you. And I feel like someone is being a bit deceptive with you. They're not telling you the truth about something. They need to stop that. And they need to walk away from the battlefield and just go their own merry little way if they don't want to be with you. That's basically what you're saying. In your future energies, you get the Three of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles. Or, excuse me, no. The Nine of Wands, Five of Pentacles. But anyway, why don't we take that? Five of Pentacles. Why don't we talk about that? The Five of Pentacles is all about change. It's changing your current environment. It's changing what you need to do, where you need to go. So yeah, I feel like, Gemini, you have, you know, them not telling you the truth makes you feel a little hurt, because you've really put a lot of effort into figuring out whether or not you're together or not. But I feel like you need to kind of work on your view of what this relationship is. Because I feel like you're kind of viewing a relationship as work and not necessarily viewing relationships as a point of happiness. Like, you're focused on what you're receiving in the relationship and not necessarily about what's equal. You know, you're receiving lies, therefore they're the tyrant and you're the victim. You're receiving not enough effort on their part. You're putting in all the work. You're doing all the therapy. You're doing all of the strategizing, the cooking, the cleaning. You're working. But what that's doing is it's putting you in a position to feel defensive for not feeling clear about where the relationship is, because you're feeling blocked. You're blocking yourself from receiving the divine messages of where that's putting you. You know, the equal give and take and the equal balance in the relationship of having a prosperous, harmonious home and genuine partnership that's reciprocal between two people isn't there. And because it's not there and you feel like you're doing all the work, it's really kind of creating a lot of energy where they don't feel like they can communicate to you, where they feel like they kind of, you almost feel like they have to lie because they don't want to upset you, and they're maybe walking on eggshells around you. Or, you know, you with them. Maybe you're the one walking on eggshells. Maybe you're the one who doesn't feel like you can tell the truth because that person is getting frustrated over the fact like they feel like they're doing all the work. So let's clarify the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so we get the, I'm gonna flip these here. Yeah, we get the Six of Swords, the World, and we get the Five of Wands here. Yeah, okay. So you guys need to stop rocking the boat. You know, you guys are, you know, these are both reversed, and the World is basically, you're getting the signs that, you know, if you guys want to just be done and get in the boat and leave the situation and move to calmer waters, better prosperity, better partnerships, then just leave. Just go. Just go. You know, you don't need a whole lot of validation and signs from the outside world telling you it's okay to not have a partnership of equal give and take. You know, there's a lot of people involved. There's a lot of validation, I think, that you're probably seeking from outside sources that you don't really need. You know, you know that you need to just be honest here and just go on your merry little way, really. Let's clarify the Ace of Swords in reverse. Tell me, who's not being truthful? Is it the Gemini or is it the Gemini's person? Whoa. Woo. We got people not wanting to... All right. Yeah, so we have the Tower, the Star in reverse, and the Two of Swords in reverse. It's interesting because they're both major arcanas. The Star comes right after the Tower, but it's in reverse. So I feel like you're feeling like the situation's a bit hopeless. And I think, like, in a way, you have been a little self-deceptive with yourself about that. You've sort of kept that part hidden inside of yourself. You haven't been fully honest with telling yourself the truth that the reciprocity is gone, that the partnership isn't stable anymore. And I want you to start to pay attention to how this might be a pattern for you, where either you're in a relationship with someone who tells you that they do more work than you, or where you're in relationships where you constantly feel like you put in more effort with them. Because that's not the way to think about relationships. It's not about who does more than the other and then feeling resentful because you're doing all this work and they're not, you know? Maybe they didn't ask you to go to the store and buy them 2 new pairs of jeans, you know? Maybe they didn't ask you to buy super expensive steak for dinner and make them this gourmet meal. You know, if your way of receiving love is acts of service, then you need to pay attention to the fact that your love language is acts of service, and communicate that you can receive love through acts of service from them. And just have an open conversation with them about what you can receive for yourself to feel a little bit better. But the sense of insecurity with the Star in reverse here, that's not just going to go away because they cook you dinner 1 night a week. You know, you're really going to have to kind of go inside yourself and figure out why that is in there. And I feel like the way you kind of work things out in your life is kind of through your relationships. And that's what's causing this feeling of feeling unsatisfied. Because relationships typically have a lot of inequality in your life. At least that's the way you view it from time to time. It could be them. This could be more about your person. You will know best. Devil again. All right. So in the future energies, I feel like you're beginning to see that the way that relationships have viewed, that you have viewed relationships, or that they're viewing this relationship, need to come to a close. If you guys are going to be happy together, then you both need to go to a place where you feel comfortable and safe. And you need to kind of walk away from feeling like it's a cold, harsh world out there, and that people are just, you know, not in it to win it with you. You know, that's a survival mode tactic. You need to end the survival mode. So, and I feel like you both are doing that, because we have the Devil energy here where both people are chained. So I feel like in some way you both are being a bit defensive. You both maybe are asking, you know, what the fuck are we doing here? You know, are we getting married? Are we engaged for a while longer? Do we just need to take a final break and be apart? Do we need to just take a mini break and then come back in a couple months and see where we're going? Either way. But somebody definitely needs to get in touch with how they're feeling. Thank you. So pulling 3 cards for you for your final closing messages. Okay, there you go. So we have let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. That's pretty much what I've been talking about. In the reversal, we have the honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together, and that's in reverse. So the honeymoon period is over. It's over. The honeymoon period. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. And right as I put that card down, we have the Tower behind it and the Star in reverse. We've got the Devil energy here. So I feel like you're seeing signs that there's just somebody who's not putting in equal work with you. You know, and you deserve that. And, you know, we as people deserve someone who's going to be on our level. Someone who's naturally there. You don't want to have to drag someone up to meet you. You want someone who's either there or they're not. And if they're not, then just, if they say after you ask that question, what are we doing here? And they're not on that level and you know it, then, you know, you can just say, thank you so much. I appreciate this relationship for teaching me these lessons and I'm going to move forward. But you need to pay attention to the red flags and not ignore your intuition here. And you need to let go of control issues and not have resentment toward anybody else who isn't meeting you on equal footing. That's keeping you stuck in this situation. You need to let go of the control issues, realize that they're just not the person for you, thank them, move forward as compassionately as you can.